Well, Dustin Pedroia, Jose Iglesias will be playing defense behind Jon Lester today, who's coming off his first loss of the season. All of the damage done against the White Sox, Peter, with 2 outs. What are you looking for from him today?
Yeah, it's funny how these 2 games are going to be different for him because the White Sox are the team that's given him the most trouble in his career, and the Indians are a team he's pitched very well against in his career. Last 3 starts only allowed 2 runs. He pitched very well against Cleveland earlier this season in April at Progressive Field. So I'm sure Lester's a lot happier against this particular AL Central team than he is against the White Sox because that team's always given him trouble. I would expect you'll see a much better Jon Lester today than we saw against the White Sox last week.
And a guy he's faced a number of times in his career when he was in Tampa Bay, as Scott Kazmir came into the league in 2004, 20-year-old. Sky was the limit for him. Of course, we all know the story by now. Last year in the Independent League. Now he's back with the Cleveland Indians. What do you make of his performance so far this season?
Well, it's been a little uneven, and that's not surprising considering he hasn't been in the big leagues for a while. This is the first time he's pitched on a 5-day rotation in a while since overcoming all of the different injuries that he's had. And the Indians are going to have to be careful with him in terms of how many innings they put on his arm, whether he can pitch every 5 days or not. His last 2 starts weren't particularly good. He needs to bounce back today against what will be a difficult lineup for him. The Red Sox loading up their lineup with right-handed hitters. They're a team that has hit lefties pretty well. And it's going to be, I think, a challenge for him to come back to Fenway Park. First time in over 2 years, and to come up against a team that's been playing well. It'll be interesting to see what Kazmir has, because there was a time he was one of the best lefties in the American League, and the reason he's still in the big leagues is you don't give up on a lefty who's still relatively young, a guy who can, if he can get back healthy, could be a big part of Cleveland's rotation. This is all part of that process right now to see how well physically he can stand up to that.
Still among the franchise leaders with Tampa Bay and strikeouts and ERA. We'll see if he can kind of resurrect his career and continue to do that today at Fenway Park. Peter, thank you very much.
Sure, thank you.